In this video, we're going to look at the additional tools that are available in ActivInspire. To gain access to these tools, simply click on the little hammer and wrench icon. And specifically, I want to talk about these tools here. For example, handwriting recognition, shape recognition, revealer, etc. Handwriting recognition tool basically turns your annotated text into typed text. So this is an annotation which I can erase with my eraser. I can turn on handwriting recognition and I can use the pen to draw the letter J. This also works with the shape recognition tool in the same way. Notice the difference between these two. I can erase this one because it's an annotation, but I can't erase this one because it's an object. To get rid of this or to delete it, I'll need to click on the cursor and then select it. Once it's selected, I can press the delete key on the keyboard, or I can simply right-click and choose delete from the option menu. Additional tools that are available here are the revealer, which allows you to reveal small portions of the screen, whether from the top or the bottom, or even left to right. You also have access to Spotlight, which gives you the ability to reveal small portions of the screen. And you can change the way those portions are actually presented. So I can have a circular spotlight or a square spotlight. The camera tool allows you to take screen captures, and these screen captures can be placed within the ActivInspire program. You can do an area, point-to-point, freehand. You can take a screen capture of a window or a full screen capture. Math tools give you access to things like the ruler, compass, and dice roller and calculator. To use the ruler, simply click on the ruler. To move the ruler, simply place your cursor in the middle and click and hold. Notice that my cursor has changed to 4 arrows moving in different directions. To pivot the ruler, simply place my cursor towards the top or bottom of the ruler and click and hold. This allows me to pivot the ruler on 0. To increase or decrease the length of the ruler, simply place your cursor in the middle towards the end and then click and hold. To draw a line, grab your pen, move close to the ruler, and notice how the little dot jumps down to the ruler. It's because the program is smart enough to know that you're trying to draw a straight line, which means now I can click and hold and I can move my mouse in any direction and it's going to automatically draw a straight line. Now to move my ruler, simply place my cursor in the middle and then move it up. Notice that this is an annotation, so I can erase it. Now to draw an angle, all I have to do is take my ruler and pivot that ruler on the line. Same thing applies. Grab the pen, move it close to the ruler, and then just click and hold. If I want to get rid of my ruler, I can simply click in the middle, this icon here, and choose close. If I want to measure this angle, I can go back to my math tools, choose protractor, and then place the protractor on top of the angle. I can then use the same feature. I can place my pen next to it and I can measure the angle. Again, this is an annotation, so I can erase this. Other options that are available in math tools, the dice roller. So I can choose how many dice I want rolled. So I can choose from 1 to 5. And this is great to use for randomization of numbers if you're teaching basics of probability and statistics, or just picking a random student by issuing each student a number, and then you can roll out and find out who that student is. This all helps with quick math facts as well. Other options are available in the math tools. Is the calculator, which is the basic calculator that you can use, and it's built right into the program. You also have access to more tools at the bottom, which give you the ability to add screen recording, which allows you to make a movie like you're watching right now, and sound recording, which allows you to embed sound into the actual canvas. The sound is actually accessible through a little speaker, and when you click on it, it'll actually play the recorded sound back. Here's an example. How you record sound in ActivInspire. And there's the sound. How you record sound in ActivInspire. Now this is a great tool to know about because you can actually have self-paced centers where students can be working on a computer with ActivInspire installed, and you can have the directions already recorded for them, so when they get to this canvas they know to click on this speaker and it tells them what they're supposed to do. And of course you can set that up for each one of your slides within within ActivInspire. You also have access to other things underneath more tools. For example, ticker tape, which gives you the ability to have a scrolling marquee across the top of your screen. So this is great for bell ringers or having projects or letting your students know what they're supposed to do as soon as they enter the classroom. You can change that by simply just changing the text there. You can also adjust where it's going to appear, so I can choose the font, or I can adjust where I want to show the ticker tape. In this case it's on the top, but I can change that to the middle or even to the bottom. You can change the color, and of course you can also change the speed of the ticker tape by simply just dragging this forward. And I'll put this in the middle so you can see. Other tools that are available that you have access to is of course the web browser that's built in. You have spell checker, and you have clock. The neat thing about a clock is that you can actually set the clock up so there's actions involved. Let me explain. So for example, I want this to be a self-paced center. I've got my students set up, and they have to answer so many problems in a short amount of time. They've got the directions here for them to follow. I've got my math problems there. The clock starts, and notice within my clock I can set up an actual timer. When I click on that, I can set the timer to count down from how many hours, minutes, or seconds. After the timer is played out, I can give me a warning sound, or a sound that the timer is finished. And then notice here, after timeout, perform the following action. I can actually have it turn to the next page, or take a full snapshot of that and place it onto a new flip chart page. So I can automatically make my test self-paced through ActivInspire by having them go to the next page. And I can also have them have the program take a full screenshot so I can see my students' work as they go through. And those are some of the great tools that are available within ActivInspire.